Hello everyone. Today I will be reviewing the Spanish model of 1895 Saber made in Toledo, Spain, which is near Madrid. During the 19th and 20th centuries, Spain had a rash of cavalry swords, and it seemed to be coming up with a new one every couple of decades. This sword design was the model of 1895, but it seems they kept producing them much longer, as this Toledo logo indicates that it's from the 1920 to 1936 era. I believe that the most modern Spanish model, the 1907, wasn't really prominently used until around 1917, 1918. The sword is distinguished by a unique ergonomic hilt, bowl-shaped guard, and a non-forward blade with a sharp edge and a long false edge. This sword is very much a mass-produced weapon. It has absolutely no ornamentation. The metal and shape is a bit crude compared to other sword types, but this was typical of that last generation of swords. The wood grips are typical Toledo ones that are cross-hatched to help with the gripping. I always like this detail. These swords usually came in the white, but mine was darkened at some point. Something like this would have been more common post-World War II, but there's no absolute indication of when this happened. Overall, I find this sword a good representation of the era, and it has a solid design. I did wish it had some finer details like a blade fuller and maybe some design ornamentation on the guard or blade. Ultimately, these were built for combat, and the wars that Spain was in at the time, with Cuban, Filipino, and Saharan irregulars, it makes sense that the sword reflects a more practical look. I rate the sword a 7.5 out of 10, and it would have only been better for a few ornamental additions or a fuller. On another note, swords like this are some of the more affordable authentic combat swords out there. Generally, as of right now, Spanish 20th century combat swords and a few other models you could typically get for relatively better prices than many other swords, which could easily go for a lot more money. Please share your stories of sword collecting in the comments. Thank you.